African Medicines Regulatory Harmonization Initiative, which started way back in 2009, is actually witnessing a key milestone by convening this meeting, because a lot of work has happened over a period of more than 6 years now since the start, and we are seeing progressive growth in the program through the engagement of regional economic communities and countries that are advancing regulatory harmonization agenda in their respective regions. We've seen, for example, the launch of the East African Community Program in 2012, with subsequent launch of the programs in Southern African region and Western African region last year in 2015. We've also seen a lot of collaboration happening between the regional institutions. For example, in West Africa, the West Africa Health Organization collaborating with UMOA in advancing the regulatory agenda for the region. But also in Central Africa, we've also seen that the economic community of Central African states, in collaboration with OSEAC, working together to advance the pharmaceutical policies and regulatory harmonization in the region, which is very encouraging. But also, of recent, we've seen the member states in the Intergovernmental Authority for Development, that is the IGAD region. They have come together since last year to look into how best they can work together to harmonize their regulatory standards and also improve regulatory systems in their respective countries, which is also very encouraging. But also we are seeing COMESA coming on board in trying to see how best they can also contribute to this continental agenda. I'm sure most of you are aware of the fact that the AMRH initiative is just part and parcel of the Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Plan for Africa, which was endorsed way back in 2005 as a way of trying to see how African countries can improve access of the needed medicines, medical products and technologies to the people of this continent. And so implementation of this initiative is basically one of the critical milestones of advancing the PMP agenda. Now, I think it will also be good for you to know that in addition to having regional economic communities coming together and harmonizing their regulatory standards and practices through their respective countries, we've also witnessed endorsement of various decisions that have geared towards improving regulatory systems in the continent. These include the endorsement of the African Union Model Law on Medical Products Regulation, which was endorsed this year by the African Union Heads of States, which is now due for domestication and for which we're going to be discussing how best countries can move into the domestication process. But also we have witnessed the designation of 11 regional centers of regulatory excellence that are aiming at providing sustainable mechanism for regulatory capacity development in the continent by using the existing institutions, meaning the regulatory agencies, academic and research institutions, in a manner that will assist in increasing regulatory workforce in the continent. But also, we are seeing a lot of commitment in not only advancing the MRH harmonization agenda, but more so in the decisions that have been made by the African Union leadership of using the MRH as a foundation for establishment of the African Medicines Agency. So these critical milestones are very important for us, and we want to see that we get to a point where we're able to sustain the gains that we have been able to achieve so far. So for NEPAD agency, our role as coordinating agency and also our role as an advocate for this initiative, we shall continue to do what we have been mandated to do. And that is to continue exercising the continental coordination role the policy and political advocacy role, the research, monitoring, and evaluation role, but more importantly, to ensure that we attain the aspirations of the African Union leadership. And we have been working very closely with partners on this. And as we are all aware, there is no single country, no single institution can do this alone. And so partnership and collaboration is very key. We have worked in collaboration with WHO as a technical agency on MRH, and we are engaging UNIDO. We have engaged all the RECs and countries, and we believe this is the only way to go, that NEPAD agency cannot do it alone, and that we need all the key players to come on board and ensure that at the end of the day, we are able to contribute to the advancement of the continental development agenda. So I think when it comes to these two meetings, some of you might be asking yourselves, why are we doing this? Why GMP Expert Working Group? Why the meeting to discuss the model law domestication process? I think it's very important that at this stage we are all cognizant of the fact that the African countries are facing quite a number of regulatory challenges, as I said, and we also have to be cognizant of the fact that no single country can do it alone in this era of globalization, advancement in science and technology, and therefore, as NEPAD agency, we feel that we are poised to play a brokerage role in mobilizing the needed policy and political advocacy, but also mobilizing partners and resources in terms of both technical and financial skills to ensure that we have shared goal and shared impact, but more importantly also, we improve on our accountability. We know and we appreciate the efforts that are being undertaken by various partners, but we believe that with an effective coordination mechanism, we can all be guaranteed that in the end, we'll be able to ensure that there is cost-effective utilization of the already scarce resources that most of our countries are now facing. So with these remarks, therefore, I would like to encourage you to really actively participate in your respective meetings, but more importantly, to see yourselves as contributing to the continental development agenda, of which one day you can sit back and look back and say, at least I did this for my continent. So with that, I want to encourage you and once again to reiterate NEPAD agency's commitment and thank all of you present here for your coming, but more importantly, I wish you all the best and successful deliberation. Thank you.